It's a view that doesn't tell the entire story. It looks peaceful, quiet, like a moment lost in time. But that is just the cover of this book. Inside, it's a story that's laced with fear, danger, and noise. This land has long been the playground of very hardened, soulful people who know how to squeeze pleasure from misery, not out of choice, but necessity.
I expected that I was buying front row tickets to the freezing over of hell.
It makes you value who you are in your life when you're wondering, if you're going to make it through or not.
And the wind was ripping the stakes out of the snowbanks and just blowing them away. You'd watch it, just gone.
It's a story that may begin with a very sunny view of the situation and end with a torturous gallop towards an unfortunate destiny.
You can't breathe, to struggle to suck the air in when it's being sucked out of your lungs, I don't know, or something. That scares me a little.
That temperature with 50 to 70 mile an hour winds freezes skin instantly.
That's the first time in my life that I've seen Jeff King have that look of fear in his eyes.
I went into a storm in 1988, and in the end I froze my left hand seriously enough to lose the tips of several fingers.
There is history, moments, hours, and days burned into their minds. Reflection will fill pages.
The most intense and the most shaping moment was the storm of '91. Certainly my 25 Iditarod so far, I look at that as the race that affected the most people permanently.
I snowshoed from Don's cabin to Iditarod checkpoint and chopped the hind quarter off of a dead moose on the way there,
This is a story of relationships. Over several days they will be stepped on, crushed, and tested in every conceivable way. It's a bond that will reach new thresholds and will be trusted until it fails.
I have a pretty deep relationship to them. Much of their life is spent free and loose. I think I can ask a lot out of them when it comes down to it, just because of the way we live together.
They have it in their blood. They're bred to be tough, but there's no reason for them to do it unless they have that connection with the driver.
So the bond between the musher and the dog is tested by the fatigue factor and then whatever obstacle comes up. Will they do it for you when they're tired?
It's not a story that should leave you wondering why. Rather, one that allows you to imagine a life very much different than yours. It's a story of people fulfilling personal prophecies.
Primarily, I love the dogs, and I love Alaska, and I love Alaskans. And so when you put all of that together in a single event like this, I never feel more alive than when I'm on the Iditarod Trail.
Because people think we're out there suffering, and they look at my face and they think, oh, the poor guy, look what happened to him. I love it. I feel alive. And that's why we do this, is because it gives us a sense of being not only free. I really believe that Alaska is the greatest place on earth.
This is the 37th chapter in a book that is far from finished. Only this chapter may prove to be a better read than the others.